Alright, hello everyone, it's me Oliver, and I think I uploaded a puzzle solving video yesterday, or it might have been 2 days ago, depends on when I upload this video, but I hope you enjoyed it. I mean, if you haven't watched it, then what are you waiting for? You can go to my channel and see some more awesome chess content. And today I thought that we could play an instructive, a slow instructive game. I'm gonna explain every move as I go. Yeah, I hope that you're gonna learn something from this. I hope I don't lose my mind while blundering, but yeah, let's go. I'm not a titled player, but I'm around 1800 on Lichess. I'm playing against someone 100 points rated lower than us, so I should be able to win this game, but to ensure that, I think I will go for the Sicilian defense this time. I was contemplating playing the Caro-Kann, but I didn't want to. I was kind of sick of this opening, and I'm trying something different. So c5 controls the center like this. Whenever this d pawn comes, you take it with your c pawn. You argue that you have some control over the center. Now I think knight f6 is a decent move. It attacks the opponent, basically, well, not forces, but knight c3 is the best move. And now I kind of forgot my theory here, but I think bishop b5 is okay, although I'm not sure if I want to play it just yet. Generally in e6 Sicilians, like I've played here, you wanna like play queen b6, bishop c5, and team up those two pieces on this diagonal, but maybe I'll just play the two knights Sicilian. Like here, if knight takes, then we take with the b pawn, and then we try to play for d5, so we have some control over the center. I think this is a decent move. And it also prevents the c5 push, for now at least. Okay, he pins me. Do I play this in a risky fashion or not? If I play bishop e7, he might go e5, then I have this maybe. If takes, then I'm probably gonna take back with this knight. Yeah, my position is kind of weird, kind of strange. If I play h6, if he takes, well then I take and I'm super happy. But if h6 and he backs up, am I gonna play g5 really? Bishop g3, maybe d5. If pushed, then I have maybe knight d7, I don't know. This position already seems weird to me. I mean, I just don't remember the theory, to be honest. If we go d5, well, this is bad. Actually, is it? I can take still here. Maybe I will. Bishop d7, I'm kind of afraid of this. Wait, no, I just take, never mind. Okay, let's go bishop e7. Let's play safe. I already lost two minutes in the opening. Not good, not good. Should play faster. Okay, f4. Wow, that's an aggressive move. I think I'm going to kind of provoke him to take now, I guess. h6 seems reasonable. h6, take, and then e5. Then maybe I have g5. That seems interesting. Let's go h6. If I were to take here, and then if he takes, I have this. If I take here, and he takes here, do I have this? And then this? Am I winning there? I think I might be. I'm gonna play it. Just need to make sure I'm not blundering an in-between move. I think this is okay. Well, up 1, down 2, up 1, down 8, and still up 1. And I'm threatening to take back the bishop like this. So I think I'm gonna do it. Of course, if he takes back like this, then I take his bishop. Okay, now I take his knight. If he takes back like this, then I just take his bishop. I think I'm just up a pawn, to be honest. I think I just have a clean pawn advantage. He obviously should not take like this. Because I don't know, take the bishop either with the knight or with the queen. It doesn't really matter. He takes. Huh, interesting. So if I take his queen like this, he wants to take mine like this. Huh, that's interesting. But then if I do this, he still loses one of his pieces, no? Hold on, did I just blunder? If I take now... No, I don't think I blundered. I can take this. If he takes with the knight, I take his bishop. If he takes with the bishop, I take his knight. Did I just blunder a piece? Or am I stupid? No, when I take the knight, I'm attacking the bishop again. If he takes like this. And if he takes with the knight, I attack his bishop, and his knight is trapped, actually. Yeah, okay, so now I have this. And yeah, I think I'm winning. Because he cannot go here to cover my knight's escape square. Okay, well, I'm just up a pawn. The king is in the center, that's true, but it doesn't really matter. So this might be either winning or drawn. I think d5 here is a decent move. d5, and then like king e7, rook d8, develop the bishop somehow. I think king e7 makes sense. Just to get off this rook staring down my throat. I can even take some space with c5, if I really want to. Or I can play bishop a6 to annoy him a little bit, but that doesn't really give me much. I don't know, I could play like rook b8 to try to go here. Or like bishop d7, c5, and something like over here. With like a6, rook b8. Let's see if c5 could be weak potentially. What about a5, bishop a6? That seems like a strange but maybe not incredibly bad idea. Or what if I just play like a normal person and bring my rook to the center of the board? I could have predicted that. If takes, well then I assume takes, and takes like this. So that's not good, probably. If I just leave this here, takes, and he still cannot take. So I think actually bishop a6 now is a good move, since I pinned the pawn to the rook. I pinned this pawn to this rook, so it cannot actually take. And now I'm gonna play rook b8 to potentially go here and try to gobble some of those pawns. And rook b8, of course, to get out this bishop diagonal. So it's an endgame, 2 rooks versus bishop. and 2 rooks and the bishop. And I mean, I'm just up a pawn. Okay, yeah, but wait, doesn't this just hang a pawn? Here. Here. If here I have this, then if here I have this. I think this hangs a pawn, if I'm not mistaken. And if this, I have this. Attacking the rook. So I think this is the best move. Oh, but if this and this right away... Oh, then I have bishop here. For rook c8, and I'm attacking the bishop again. Okay, I think I can take. I hope that didn't just blow my entire advantage, but... Okay, yeah, so takes. Now I have this. That's what I calculated. Bring my rook to the center. Yes, I think. If rook c8, this, and this, I still have this, so I think I'm good. He cannot go here because bishop takes, he cannot go here because same thing, and if he goes here, I mean, that's just depressing. I don't know, like maybe take, he takes. Actually, I don't know how I'm gonna convert this, but we're gonna figure something out. Okay, yeah, so takes. Yes, I have to take like this. Now my rook can get active on this square and target some pawns over here, but I'm gonna take this first. Seems like a logical move. Now I'm targeting this pawn as well. Okay, so he moves it, but he hangs his rook in the process. And he resigns. That was nice. So, not gonna lie, in the first place, when I saw I'm targeting this pawn as well, I for a second forgot that I was also pressuring the rook, but as you saw, that I took it in the end. So this was the final position, and he resigned. So, pretty quick game, 20 moves. Let's see the analysis. Let's see how many blunders I've made. I mean, I'm not sure if I made any, to be honest. I mean, I don't have an inflated ego, I didn't make any blunders. I didn't make any mistakes, I only made one inaccuracy. What was my inaccuracy? Rook c8 was an inaccuracy, apparently. So I should have taken here. Wait, and given up my rook just like that? Okay. Weird. Alright. Oh, not even taking the bishop, wow. Yeah, okay, that's an engine line. I just wanted to keep things simple. So, yeah, I didn't make a single mistake that game. So, this Sicilian is OP. No, I mean, my opponent just blundered a pawn, and that was basically it. So, yeah, e6 controls these squares, and it opens the bishop up to see this diagonal and potentially do some stuff on these two diagonals. The queen never got to b6, but that's because it was traded in a big exchange. So this is still theory. Knight f6, knight c3, and here, yeah, knight c6 is the most common move, so I played it as well. If white took here, of course I would take with this pawn and try to reinforce my center like this. Here white has a good move, e5, then you're kind of forced to ruin your pawn structure, but computer thinks it's equal, since you can play d6, and if takes, then you take, and if d6 and they don't take you, then you just take them, so this is kind of good for black. But opponent played the fourth most popular move, bishop g5. Here I was actually contemplating bishop b4 as well, but I decided to play more safely. Bishop e7. Now opponent played f4. That's an aggressive move. That's a move that I think I would play as well. And he basically he had to take my knight, even for a slight positional disadvantage. Wait, what? Excuse me? Oh wow, you have a nice tactical shot here, and you win the knight back. Wow, that's impressive. Look at that tactic. Huh. That's nuts. Okay. On this move, I was actually going to just go back bishop e7, and that apparently blows my advantage, but yeah, I'm not sure I would have seen that tactic. So, yeah, here he went back, and I could have played queen b6, but I chose the top engine move, which is knight takes c4. Bishop takes is the only move, because as I was saying, if here, then I just take this, and I mean, this is just a bad position for white. Even though white can seemingly get some sort of initiative, this is just bad. I mean, I can even move my king to f8 and I'm fine completely. So I need to kind of find my way through the deep forest of variations, but I found it. So knight takes e4, bishop takes e7. Now I took here. This is the only move, because otherwise I just lost the knight for opponent. What am I doing with my life? So takes, and now both queens hang. So he took like this, and yeah, I mean, I can basically take here or take here, doesn't really matter. I chose this path. He took like this. I need to take like this to remove the guard of the bishop, of course, because the knight guards the bishop, and when the knight disappears, there's no more bishop guard. And this is very important. If this pawn wasn't here, if this pawn was, if this square was free for the bishop, my knight would have been trapped. I couldn't have escaped to, I wouldn't be able to escape, wait, hold on, proper English, I wouldn't have been able to escape to e3. So it's very important that this pawn guards the square still. So he takes my knight, I take his bishop, and now we're basically in an endgame. So I brought my king, first I advanced the pawn to improve my structure a little bit, then I put my king on a safer square, brought my rook to the middle, here I pinned the pawn to the rook, and the pressure paid off, because in the end he blundered his rook. I took, he took, I attacked his bishop. Computer thinks it's an inaccuracy, but I'm still at minus 2.7, so it's good. Takes, and I mean, this is just a mistake. He was focused on the pawn, and he forgot that his rook was also hanging. So what he should have done was to play rook f2, and I mean, I'm only up a pawn, so I might struggle a bit to win this, but I think I would get there. I would have gotten there eventually. But he just made it easy for me. He hung his rook, and king takes. I mean, this is just a completely winning endgame. So yeah, hope you enjoyed. That was a bit of a short game, but recently I lost a game in an even shorter amount of time. I think it was like 14 moves. It was a tragedy of an opening, and yeah, well, short games, you can learn from them the most. In short games, you basically usually make just one mistake and you resign out of tilt. So, alright, let me know if you enjoyed. Like, subscribe, comment, whatever. Let me know what you would like to see in future videos. And yeah, that's it. I hope you've had a wonderful day, and I hope you are going to have a wonderful day, week, month, or even year, because you deserve it. See ya, guys.